Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Khoj Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. We recite the 6th stanza of Gaudi Ki War, Mahalla Chautha, Guru Ramdas. Slok Mahalla Chautha, Har Sat Niranjan Amar hai, Nirbhav Nirvair Nirankar, Jin Japya ek man ek chit, Tin latha hau mein paar, Jin gurmukh haryara daya, Tin sant jana jaykar, Koi ninda kare pure satguru ki, Tisno phit phit kahe sab sansar, Satgur vich aap vartada, Har ape rakhanhar, Tan tan guru gun gavada, Tisno sada sada namaskar, Jan nanak tin ko varya, Jin japya sirjanhar, Mahalla Chautha, Ape dharti sajiyan, Ape akas, Vich ape janti upayan, Mukh ape daye giras, Sab ape aap vartada, Ape hi guntas, Jan nanak naam ਧਿਆਏ ਤੂੰ, ਸਭ ਕਿਲ ਵਿਖ ਕਟੇ ਤਾਸ, ਪੌੜੀ ਤੂੰ ਸੱਚਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ, ਸੱਚ ਸੱਚੇ ਭਾਵੈ, ਜੋ ਤੁਧ ਸੱਚ ਸਲਾਹ ਦੇ, ਤਿਨ ਜਮ ਕੰਕਰ ਨੇੜ ਨ ਆਵੈ, ਤਿਨ ਕੇ ਮੁਖ ਦਰ ਉਜਲੇ, ਜਿਨ ਹਰ ਹਿਰਦੇ ਸੱਚਾ ਭਾਵੈ, ਕੁੜਿਆਰ ਪਚਾਹਾਂ ਸੱਟੀਆਂ, ਕੂੜ ਹਿਰਦੇ ਕਪਟ ਮਹਾ ਦੁਖ ਪਾਵੈ, ਮੋਹ ਕਾਲੇ ਕੁੜਿਆਰੀਆਂ, ਕੁੜਿਆਰ ਕੂੜੋ ਹੋਏ ਜਾਵੈ. So the Guru is actually talking a good bit in this passage about the principle of Satgur, as opposed to the historical figure Guru Nanak or Guru Ramdas or Guru Arjan for that matter. We append the honorific Guru to them, and that is because in them the Guru is awakened. The Satgur is awakened. They are full of that wisdom. Here the Guru is talking about that principle. Har Sat Niranjan Amar hai, Nirbhav Nirvair Nirankar. The Har Creator, first, is formless. It is the formless truth, Sat. So we have to understand that Sat comes from the word Satya, which points to the self as a permanent and unchanging principle that creates, maintains, and destroys simultaneously. That is the quality of Sat, that in it is contained creation, maintenance, and destruction together. It is essentially the cosmic womb, if you will, the creative womb out of which everything emerges and relapses back into. So the Guru says, Har Sat Niranjan Amar hai. So it's telling us that the Har is the creator. It's formless, but it's the truth. It is impeccable. It is without blemish, and it is deathless, Amar hai. And it is without fear or opposition, if you will, Nirbhav, without animosity or contradiction. So the Guru is laying out first who this Har is, and many of you can identify the similarity between this line and the Mool Mantar. So the Mool Mantar is in effect describing Har, which is Sat and Niranjan. And Jin Japya ik man ik chit, tin latha hau mein paar. So those that contemplate on the Har, Japya, meditate upon it with single-minded devotion, they are unencumbered by their egos. Tin latha hau mein paar. It's like a unburdening or unloading, if you will, of a burden, the ego. So here you go. Haume is the chronic affliction. Meditation upon the Har is the cure, because it essentially tells you who you really are. Jin Gurmukh Har Aradhya Tin Santa Jaykar. So the ones that do contemplate and meditate on the Har are called the Sant, from the word Shant, which is at peace, meaning these are the ones that have actually overcome their ego. And usually the word Sant is also used for the good principle. And if it is embodied, then for the good enlightener. So the Guru says, Koi ninda kare pure Satguru ki, tisno fit kahe sansar. They are accursed who, in this world, slander the perfect enlightener. Guru. Satguru here also refers to the primal Guru and the embodiment that it finds. So slandering such an embodiment is truly accursed and is reproached in very strong terms in Gurbani. Why? Because Satgur vich aap vartada, hare aape rakhana har. You see, again, we have noticed that Guru Ram Das is making quite an effort to eliminate any distinction between the Satgur and the Har, because there is none. The Har, he says, acts through and in the Satgur. Satgur vich aap vartada, hare aape rakhana har. So the protector is in the Satgur. Tan tan Guru Gun Gavada, Tisano Sada Sada Namaskar. Salutations to such a person, because they're richly blessed. And who is this person? They who live in praise. And to them, Nanak offers himself. And then in the second slok, Ape Tarti Sajyan, Ape Akas, itself, the Creator Har, decorated the earth, Sajyan, embellished it, decorated it. It's like an ornament. And itself, the Creator Har, spread the canopy of the sky above, Ape Akas, in other words, creation, which Ape Jant Upayan, Mukh Ape De Giras, which Ape Jant Upayan, itself, Upayan, it gave rise to the organized life systems, living beings. Between the earth and the sky, the Har self organized life, which Ape Jant Upayan Mukh Ape De Giras, and then provides sustenance to that organized system of life. It fuels it all the time. Because sab ape aap vartada, it is everywhere and in everything. So it follows that it is the sustainer. It is the source of all qualities. Ape gunatas. Jana nanak naam te aaye tu, sabbe kilvik katte tas. So the Guru here admonishes us. He says, Naam te aaye tu. Cultivate the self within, even though he's addressing himself, but he's really addressing us. Cultivate the self. Naam te aaye tu. Naam, self-knowledge. And with that, sever the afflictions of the mind. Sabbe kil vikh katte tas. And in the Pauri, the instruction is, again, education on who the Sat is, which is also called the Sacha. And the Guru says, Tu Sacha Sahib Sach hai, Sach Sache Pave. You are the true master. You're always at hand. You're always present. Sacha hai. You're always there. And such a true one is always pleased with those who are dedicated to the truth. Such pave. So the Guru is pointing to the permanent essence behind the world of form. That is the Sacha. Jo tud sach salahande tin jam kankar ned na aave. So if you recognize and you realize that it is the self that is behind everything, including us, then the Guru says, tin jam kankar ned na aave, the splinter of death, literally. That is to say, the illusion of death is removed from your vision. You see it for the illusion that it is. And then, tinke mukh dar ujjale jin har hirday sacha pave. Ujjale dar, the door. The door is the Guru, leading up to higher consciousness. Tinte mukh dar ujjale. Ujjale is to be enlightened. So the Guru is essentially saying that they who have been instructed at the door of the Guru Enlightener, in other words, those who have come to the Guru Enlightener, are given enlightenment. They are splendorous because in their hearts, true devotion to the Har Self, that feeling arises. In their hearts exists true devotion. Jin har hirday sacha pave. And what about those who don't? They are kuriyar, immature. They have not matured yet. Kur means falsity. So in other words, those who haven't matured are still engaged in false transactions. False meaning temporary. They're hanging on to fleeting temporary things. That is what kuriyar is. Kuriyar pishaha satiyan. They are left behind. Pishaha satiyan. They're thrown behind. They're left behind. Because their hearts are full of deception. Kur hirde kapat. And you see, that is what happens in the world. When we engage in these false transactions, temporary transactions, they're deceptive. Because you are mistaking the real thing for the unreal. That's the root deception. And therefore, such people suffer immensely. Maha dukha pave. Not only that, moh kale kudiyara, kudiyar kudo hoye jave. Moh kale meaning immature, they're unenlightened, they're in ignorance, darkness. Moh kale, their minds are still in ignorance. And they live and die in falsehood, which means that they have to keep going around until they recognize the truth. On that note, until the next time, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.